Hey guys, welcome back to days 3 and 4 of Mira's scrapbook room. And I'm happy to tell you there's going to be a days 5 and 6. So I was able to finagle some things and spend a couple extra days up there. So what I thought was going to be the final after footage and was so disappointed about is now no longer going to be. So this video will end with what I thought was going to be the final after, and then on the next one we'll have a lot better after footage and a lot more micro organizing. It's going to be amazing. And also thanks to those who helped me to decide whether to keep it as one long video or to break it up. And it seems like most of you wanted 2 videos from this content. So anyway, here is day 3 and 4. We're with Allie again. So I'll let you hang out with us for a minute as we get started here.
I don't know. My library card.
Your library card?
Yes, I can finally check out books again.
I was just going to say, what have you been doing all this time, like, without a library
Not
card?
checking out books.
Yeah. Like, they never could have replaced that.
My Doctor Who collection.
Oh, that's what
my
this is.
Doctor Who
Okay.
costumes. Oh,
I don't even know if I'm on
those.
camera, but... Oh, speaking of celebrities, that's so funny. I looked down and I was like, wait, he looks familiar. Oh, yep. It's Superman, right?
No.
No, not
No,
Superman.
what's his
It's,
name?
Captain America.
Captain
Captain America. I was like, not Superman. I'll cover up your face and show.
There you go. No, that's not his name.
So this was filmed on the same day that we did the live with you guys, and that took about an hour to do the live, which was fun times. Loved hanging out with you, but it also meant that we had an hour less to spend on the scrapbook room, so we really had to book it.
These are all scrap pages that are done, but they except they're probably want to be in this package
Together? Yeah.
together.
But it doesn't
so,
fit, huh? Or does it? No, I know.
shove it in there, but no.
Yeah, I know. There's, I was like, these are great for
just gonna put
so many sizes of things, but there are
Pages here.
yeah, the papers. Once you get them into those things, or like this,
Yeah.
it doesn't fit.
No.
So I'm like, damn. So you do need a size that is like, because aren't these 14 by 14? No,
12 by 12?
they're 12 by 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Bigger.
These are 14 by 14, I think.
Oh, and
Or
so
13.
Oh, you mean the cubes?
The cubes? Yes.
Oh.
I think they're 12 by 12.
Well, those are 12 by 12. The papers
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah.
So they're bigger than- they're a little bigger.
13. So these must be 14. Yeah, they like barely don't fit. And it drives me crazy. All of you IKEA lovers out there were probably screaming at the screen, they're 13 by 13! And they are. They're 13 by 13 inches, or 33.02 centimeters by 33.02 centimeters if you're not American, or 0.000205177 by 0.000205177 miles, just in case you're part of a country that measures everything in miles. I actually do find it pretty funny that we as Americans use a completely different measuring system than most of the rest of the world, and I think we are crazy for it. In fact, there is an SNL episode that if you haven't seen, it's got my favorite comedian on it, Nate Bargatze, and he talks about this. It is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you really need to go look it up.
Yes, I think it has Allie's advice on it.
Is it? Oh,
Allie's advice.
That does really like finding stuff like this. Look, she was famous before she even knew. See, you were 2006. Love it. And speaking of Allie, let me give you her channel name. It is Real Life with Allie. She has some fun content, a lot of decluttering and organizing, and she's really good at both of those things, and is fun as a body double, just to have her going on in the background while you're working on your own home. So go check her out. And then Mira's channel, if you don't already follow her, is called Peeling Away the Clutter. And she's got a lot of great content as well. And it's not just for people that are struggling with the same things as she is. She's a fun storyteller, and she just has a way of putting things that makes her very relatable, and I just love her. I can't say enough good about her. And I really loved her latest video of the scrapbook room because she sounded just immensely happy. Like, I've never heard her sound so happy. And it just, it makes me happy to know that I think the combination of the sun and then getting some of her scrapbook room back and just working in there has really brought her back to life. So, and she's just become a great friend. I love hanging out with her.
Some more down there.
Piece of bread?
Oh,
Is it?
looks like pizza crust.
Oh, it's from his earlier thing.
Oh, and he ate the top off of it. Oh, you're just gonna settle down in there.
He's like, here, just have my pizza. Have my pizza.
Oh my goodness.
Take your pizza back. This isn't a bed.
I'm just gonna add him down here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that funny Colt, he had gotten a hold of some pizza from some garbage that was left down just a little too low. I mean, he's like a toddler. You cannot leave anything even remotely in reach or he will get it. But he took off with this piece of pizza, that's hard to say, and just ran off with it outside. And we, figured he just ate the whole thing, but nope, he brought it back into us with just the top eaten off. And then he decided to make a bed out of the bin that Mira's putting all of her let go things in. So, oh, he is a funny, funny guy. I also need to point out something here that I've discovered about myself that I didn't really know until I started watching these videos back, is it's hard for me to actually talk without my hands. I'm very animated. See, I'm not even organizing or doing anything there for a while because I have to use my hands to talk, to tell my story. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I have to use my hands. In fact, even while I'm doing this voiceover, I am using my hands. I don't know why. I just have to. Oh, and I promise at some point I will get to a little bit more like organizing tips or kind of what we're doing, but it's a little chaotic when all three of us are here. So I just kind of wanted to show you an overview of the amount of sorting and stuff we're doing. So this is actually where we say goodbye to Allie, and now it's just Mira and I, and of course Colt and Clay every once in a while, mostly Colt, but there will be some more up close type of content coming, I promise.
So after all that pawing, you're not going to lay down?
I just fluffed it up for his friend. Can I pet you? Are we to that stage yet? Okay, thank you. Can I?
It's like, touch me not.
Oh,
He's so funny.
we were petting the other day. Come on. Oh,
Don't you remember how
Bonnie doesn't have a muffin anymore, so I don't like her.
Oh. Well, I mean, low key, how dare you?
Yeah. I'm a fickle friend. I slowed down this next part so that you can watch Colt and some of this stuff that he does behind my back, because I have no idea what he's doing sometimes until I watch back the footage. And this was so funny to me. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. What is the next media?
It is like things that I've painted on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we have a spot for that if you press that. Wait, this one should be nice when you go through. Unless, I actually feel like you only have filled this with stuff. Unless,
Oh yeah, that is one of my stuff. I didn't actually. Did I go through it? I don't think I did. I think I just was throwing stuff in. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many things he stole, mostly paintbrushes. But, and for those of you that are concerned about him choking on the water bottle tops, he's actually not interested in them at all. Once he gets the top off, he just leaves it and is done with it because it no longer gives him any challenge. I better kind of explain what I'm doing, otherwise I'll forget by the time I do my voiceover and be like, oh yeah, what was I doing here? Why was I doing this? But yeah, I'm basically just transferring all the cute stuff that Mira has sorted through into this tote, even though it's somewhat temporary. But
until she's gone through more and we find better homes for them. That's what we're doing. Oh, the cards. How do I get the text? I'm sure each of these has a very specific name other than just embellishments. So I'm not sure how to categorize these, but I'm just going to kind of make some piles of somewhat like items. And you can come over and be like, that is wrong. Because there's no way that hoopity-doo goes with the tiddlywink. Just kidding, tiddlywink is an actual word, so. When I was in college, my sister and I planned on opening a scrapbook store. We were like, we're going to make it happen no matter what. And yeah, it obviously didn't pan out, but it was just fun. Like, I really loved the thought of scrapbooking, really. Because I barely did any. And it was like, oh, this is going to be my new favorite thing. And I'm totally going to have a scrapbook. So, like, I can never stop it just like, oh, I like to do this. I'm like, nope. How can I make a business out of it? How can I? That's just the way my brain works. And it's kind of funny looking back on all of my ventures that I'm like, most didn't pan out, but some of them did. I mean, this YouTube thing did, so. Yeah. And then it's also funny to think how little I really knew about scrapbooking, because I look at the amount of stuff you have and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't even know what to call this. Like, there is a lot to scrapbooking. Like, I really just had a few cool paper packets and some stickers, and I was like, okay, what kind of photo should we put in here? And, you know, that was back, I mean, so that was, let's see, 97 or 98. And, you know, that was back when it was super popular to have all the scissors, like the crafting scissors.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The like zigzag and like wave, and like, I don't even think, like, I haven't seen any of those scissors around here. Like, do you even do stuff like that anymore?
Nah.
Yeah, see, that's...
If I want a different edge, I'll just tear it.
Yeah, yeah, see, and I think that looks cool.
It's kind of funny that I ran across that, because I remember when I was trying to pick out a name for my channel, looking up a beautiful mess. And that is the first thing that comes up when you type in a beautiful mess, is that crafting supply company. And so I added extreme cleaning onto the end of my channel name just to differentiate it as cleaning and not crafting, because while I can craft, I'm not probably the best at it. So I definitely don't want people trying to hit me up for crafting advice or to sell them some kind of crafting supply or any of that. But I will come clean your crafting supplies. So again, these are not organized into exactly right categories yet, but hopefully this Wednesday when I go up there, I will get to this bin and we can organize it a little better. But this is the label I put on it for now. Okay, Mira is sleeping right now, so I can't be too loud, but I wanted to show you this. I don't think she remembers that this thing has all these features. So initially I just thought it was this plus a top and then the shelves on the sides. But look at this little hidden feature. Isn't that cool? So that changes things as far as how we were going to do this, because I was going to put those drawers over there, but they're not going to fit if that thing needs to come out. So I'm gonna have to figure out another place for them. Problem solved. Fits under the desk very well. Okay, so what am I doing here exactly? Good question. Can you answer that for me? Because I have no idea. I'm just kidding. Actually, what I'm trying to do is figure out what to put together that's going to be easiest for Mira to go through. Because it was quickly apparent that we were going to need more than 3 days. And so somewhere in here, I decided, okay, I'll come up next Wednesday as well. This was a Friday, and I thought I'll just come up next Wednesday and we will finish things up then, which, as you know, did not happen. And in hindsight, I really should have scheduled just maybe 1 or 2 days each week and then had a week in between for her to go through things and then come back and organize stuff, because not that I fault her at all for this, but that she had a lot of decisions to make. There was a lot that I couldn't sort and put away until she had gone through them. And so I don't know why we scheduled a Monday, Wednesday, Friday and only a day in between, because she's really recovering and not going through things, and she's got videos to do. Anyway, it just wasn't the best idea. But now we know, and we learned from that. And so between the 4th day and the 5th day, there was actually 2 weeks. And so she was able to get rid of a lot of stuff in between then. And so I was able to get a lot more done on day 5. Also right here, this is my what in the world should I do next stance. And I'm literally scratching my head. Like, I don't know what to do. But it comes to me, and you just start moving stuff around, and then, I don't know, the ideas spark, and you're like, okay, well, at least we can put all of, or go through another bag, or go, whatever it is. So sometimes you just have to start moving stuff, and your brain is like, okay, let's tackle this next. I realized I haven't told you guys why I was able to actually spend some more time up here at Mira's. Some of you I've told individually, but it's because I was able to cancel my next free cleaning, which I had scheduled every Monday and Wednesday for the entire month of April. And the reason I canceled it is because I could foresee that this homeowner was going to be really, really difficult to deal with. Though I felt really bad for her, and she has been through a lot. But if people can't let me do what I need to do, then I can't help them, because it was going to be a lot more hand-holding and just things like that I'm not cut out to do. I'm there to clean. I'm there to organize. I am not a therapist, and I cannot be that anymore. It took so much out of me in the hoarder house that I just know I can't do that anymore. So anyway, that is why I was able to spend some more time up here at Mira's. Okay, and this is the end of day 4, and I left it in a little bit of chaos, but that's because I knew I was coming back on Wednesday. But over the weekend, I decided to take home some of the stuff that, finished scrapbook pages that I put in chronological order for her. And so I'm just showing you very short clips of that, but I will make this into a longer video of sorting out the paper, scrap paper, and her scrapbook pages. So anyway, this is oh my gosh, I called that day 4, the end of day 4. I meant day 3. You guys knew what I meant. Anyway, this is day 4. So starting off with a disaster again, and I always expect to come into a disaster because she's been going through boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. But she has also gotten rid of boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. So I usually spend the first few minutes just kind of taking out anything that is already all ready to go and putting it on the table, because she's going to lay that out and try to sell a lot of these supplies. But you will be impressed with how much she got rid of. It's quite a lot so far, and we're not even done yet. So proud of you, Mira. She had a lot of these little containers for little things. And so I feel like there's micro-organizing, and then there's nano-organizing, which is like teeny, teeny, tiny stuff. So we did not get to the nano-organizing, and I don't know that we will, because, micro-organizing is probably as far as we'll get. It's just as much as we'll have time for.
I just got boot. I don't mind being boot.
Did you want to create any fancier labels than this? Like, I was just going to stick one of the big white ones on there and just put 2018, 2000, whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
I wish I had had time to make some fancier labels, because these white ones, just writing on them with a Sharpie, just is so plain for such a beautiful scrapbook room. But that takes a lot of time to make it all beautiful. So that's something I'm sure Mira will do down the road, or transfer these into a better container, because as cute as these little black and white pizza box looking things are, I think there's probably, actually I know that there's a better place to put them, because they are the finished scrapbook pages by year, and she's going to end up putting them into binders. So, okay, this is the 4th day. And it looks terrible in here, but I promise by the end of the day, it's going to look amazing. We do have part of it organized, but we've got a lot of space down here. We're going to move stuff to. Got this to clear off. But anyway, now the fun part begins of putting stuff where it goes. Ha ha ha. That's hilarious, because as we know, that did not happen. I mean, it did look amazing afterwards for as much as we were able to do by then, but not even a little bit close to what I had imagined. So my hopes and dreams were dashed, but that's okay, because we made it up on day 5 and 6. all of these that I'm moving right now are empty binders that she needs to fill with her scrapbook pages. So she had so many of these, and I thought it's better to store them under the desk, out of the way, instead of in the middle of the room. I don't remember if I mentioned this on my last video or not, but if you're wondering where Mira disappears to throughout this video, she has to take a nap every day, even sometimes a couple naps, just because of her lack of stamina and her health issues. So it's usually, we have kind of a routine, and after lunch she lays down for a nap on the couch, turns on the TV, so sometimes you can hear that in the background too, but and just takes a little nap to give her a little more energy to finish out the day. Have I ever mentioned how much I love surprises? And just saying that reminds me of another SNL character. And if you're an SNL fan, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. It's a Kristen Wiig character who loves surprises. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So yes, I love surprises. And I love surprises and challenges. And both of those things super motivate me. I'm just showing you kind of what's in the these little drawer things, just some ribbon and string and stuff. But anyway, back to surprises. So whenever Mira would go lay down for a nap, I always liked to challenge myself and surprise her with how much I could get done in a short amount of time. And it's not like I expected her to come back and be like, whoa, look what you've gotten done in the last hour or however long it was. But it's more for me. I just like to see how much I can get done. And I have to say that the surprise thing has gotten me in trouble a time or two with my husband, because he used to go out of town a lot more often for conferences and things. And especially when my daughter lived here, we would be like, okay, what room can we paint or redo, or what can we build? And anyway, we would just go crazy. And it would be like all a big surprise when he got home, but it wasn't always a welcome surprise. He'd be like, you painted the bathroom blue? Yeah, I'm sorry. Just kidding. He usually comes around, but it was just, it gets a little dangerous. And so I've learned to be like, okay, are you good if we do this? And then it's still a surprise because he doesn't know exactly what it's going to look like. But anyway, I just can't help myself. Here are a bunch of those little cases I was talking about. And look, she even has stuff in each one of them. I don't know if she did that or if that's the way they came, but once upon a time, she did have some organization here. I love happening upon those things. The other thing she has a lot of that I'm waiting for her to go through is the magazines. Lots of magazines. And they are taking up lots of shelf space, so hopefully that will be gone through before I get up there next. But I don't know, she's got a lot of stuff to go through, so I'm not going to tell her what she should and shouldn't go through, but I can't wait for those magazines to be gone through because I think a lot of them are probably outdated and she can get rid of them. Okay, here's some of that up-close organizing I promised you. Okay, so this is 2:51 in the afternoon, and this room still looks like a train wreck. It's a bit of an organized train wreck, but nonetheless not anywhere near where I thought we would be at this point. So I was getting a little discouraged about this time and thinking there is no way I'm going to finish this up tonight, but we are going to make it the best we can because I didn't think I was going to be able to come back and finish it, at least not for another month or so, because at that time I had the next cleaning scheduled for all of April and just thought there's no way I'm going to be able to make it up here. So my wheels were turning, just trying to figure out how to best put this back together so that it didn't look so overwhelming to Mira and that it looked at least a little presentable for some after pictures. But in fact, by this point, now we're at like 4:18 in the afternoon. So yeah, time is passing quickly. And even though this was on a Wednesday, which is my late night, because that's also the night that my husband works late. He teaches a forensics class at local college. So anyway, I always try to make Wednesdays my later nights, but I still try to wrap it up by like 7:30. I was there until past 8:30 or about 8:30. Didn't make it home till about 9:30. And so it was a long day, and you'll see my energy waning here at the end of the video, and you'll also see Mira in a stupor here in just a minute. It was kind of funny. She could be the poster child for decision fatigue.
Are those all to keep right under your feet right there? I mean, like all this too.
Yeah, that's good. There's the photos.
So like that.
These can all just go over there on the paper bin.
Okay.
And this too. But we can toss it all over there.
Okay.
If we just want it out of the way. Paper. Page protector. More die cuts.
Oh, okay.
We can just put that with paper.
That one? Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, your die cuts and doilies are right here.
Oh, okay.
So this was all to keep, but I am just like, for now, I'm just putting it all in here, putting a lid on, and sticking it over there.
Okay.
So that we don't, need to sort it all out right now.
Okay.
So check out Mira's face. She just looks exhausted. Poor thing. So many decisions that day.
Look like a lid fell on him or something?
I don't know.
That's what I saw. I don't know exactly what happened, but I saw the lid kind of flip on him.
Yeah.
You all right?
I don't remember if this is one that you'd already...
Add this too.
Okay.
Wherever they go.
Watch Colt here.
What are you making off with? This bag, it says.
See, maybe I should throw...
Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me know about that shopping.
Maybe I'll actually put all of the contents of this one and this one in here, and then just like right to be gone through.
Okay.
Because then I can use these to put a couple things away.
So it's probably pretty hard to tell that my energy is waning, but I promise it is. And you can usually tell with me that I'm just done mentally. If I'm just giving one-word answers, that I just barely respond to anything. I can't form sentences. Seriously, by the time I was leaving, I was like trying to tell Mira something. I was like, I don't even know. I can't think anymore. I just have to go. Anyway, this next part is kind of cute because Clay hasn't really been his inspectory self almost this whole episode. Yeah, you've barely seen him, so it was kind of fun to see him actually roaming around in here and inspecting things. I mean, I didn't even know if I was doing a good job until he came along, so good to know he inspected, and I think I passed.
Where's your toy, darling?
And finally, here is what I'm going to call the soft after, since it's not the after or final after, but there's a little bit of organization here and a lot more to go, but at least, you know, there's these little pockets of organization, and I know that if I had been done here, it would have been fine, but I never would have left piles of stuff like that on her desk, and just these washi tape labels that were just so temporary. So I was thrilled that I could figure out how to get up there for a couple more days to get this further organized. So can't wait to bring you the final after next week. Okay, one more thing. I always forget to mention this, but memberships. I would love to have you guys come check out the memberships page, even if it's just for a month, just to see what it's like, because I put a lot of extra content on there for you. It's like 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 videos extra every month for $4.99. And I'd love to do some members only lives. But the last time I tried to do that, there's so few of us that it was like, you know, me and 1 or 2 other people. So it's a little awkward when I'm already bad at conversation. And yeah, I would love to have more members in there so that we can have more of a conversation and chat about things. So anyway, come check it out. I'd love to have you. And it's just one way to help support my somewhat flailing channel right now, which I do feel like this series of Mira's Scrapbook Room is already starting to bring my channel back to life, and I will hopefully have an announcement next week about something else that will also help to boost my channel. So I'm excited to tell you guys about that. Okay, enjoy these pups while I just say thank you again for watching and for all your support. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Have a great week. Bye, guys.